Bang, let's get it. Believe it or not, we have 2 trending plays. That means only 2 plays with an 80% hit rate or higher. Well, that's really worth checking out. One of them is De'Aaron Fox points and assists at 27.5. He is not getting this. And I think everyone should know why he is not getting this, because those young guys are stepping up. He's basically taking minutes away from the young core that's coming up with I forgot their name just that fast. But they got a young backcourt who he was basically teaching or helping to learn late game situations and things like that. But those young guys are balling. So he's not getting shots or just the opportunities. 100% to the under. He did have a DNP here. Let's look at the prop history. When the line is at 27.5 points and assists for De'Aaron Fox, over the last 3 months, he's 9 for 26. Additionally, they don't need to win any more games, basically. They should be locked in 1 slot, 2 slot, 3 slot, whatever the case is. De'Aaron Fox under 27.5 points and assists. Another one I got is Robert Williams. I like to bring this up so I can see the standings. Robert Williams' points line is at 6.5. But, look how many times he pushed it to the under. He pushed it 4 out of the last 6 games after coming back off of DNP after converting versus Denver, scoring 16 points. Looking at the prop history, when the point line is at 6.5, he's 12 for 23 over the last 3 months. However, you know where we are. Portland does play versus San Antonio. San Antonio does not need this game. But Portland can, make an adjustment in their standings. Let me look at the West real quick. Portland is in the 9th slot, but they're only 2 games behind the 7th slot, which is the Phoenix Suns. The Clippers sitting there right between them. But Robert Williams, under 6.5 points, what you want to do? Now look, those are the only trending plays that I thought was worth anything. Julian Champagnie, though, at 1.5 assists, he's hitting this at 80% of the time over the last 10 games. Additionally, we have some plays that have the implied probability that meet the threshold. You know what the implied probability is? That means that most books have it favored to go one way or another. And one of those is Julian Champagnie assists. It's at 1.5. And you see, heavily juiced to go over in most of the books that you see. Well, in the couple of books that you see. And Price Picks might be a goblin. Or it has it at 1.5. And he's been hitting this. But that doesn't... 1.5 assists, it's 80%. They don't really include it like that. Outside of that, we got Walter Clayton Jr. at 2.5 rebounds, who should get some run. He plays for Memphis. They played Denver. And again, implied probability heavily juiced to go over on most books that have it listed. Anyway, we ain't gonna rock with a bunch of these. Only 2 trending plays. De'Aaron Fox to go under, Robert Williams to go under. Let's go to Daily Grind Fantasy, see what they do. I'm on underdog with it. We got 2 data points selected. And we got Paolo Banchero. Go to the East. We got Paolo Banchero under 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I didn't even get to see who Orlando plays tonight. But again, Orlando's in the A spot. And they're 1 game behind the 5th slot. I talked about this the other day. The Hawks, the Raptors, the 76ers, the Magic, and the Hornets can be shuffled up within these last 2 or 3 games that they have. But Paolo Banchero to go under. Who do they play today? Where's the thing at? The Magic play against the Timberwolves. Does the Timberwolves need this game? That's interesting to see. We'll go to the NBA and see what the model does, but I'm not sure I like Paolo Banchero to go under 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Chet Holmgren under 15.5 points. The Thunder don't need to win any more games. I mean, they're pretty much solid in my opinion, but still, these guys are playing heavy minutes to be the number 1 seed already. I guess, you want to get some rotation things down, try some shit out. Chet Holmgren to go under 15.5 points. And look, SGA, rebounds and assists, under 10.5. I think he played a ton of minutes yesterday, which I don't understand why he played so many minutes. I got to go see how many minutes he played yesterday. That was Tuesday. SGA. Wait, that was a Tuesday. Yes, it was. They blowed the Lakers out, right? They blow the Lakers out. Lakers completely depleted in that game. Rui Hachimura scored 15 points. SGA still played 28 minutes, but he had 1 rebound and 8 assists in that game. He should play less than 30 minutes and go under 10.5 rebounds and assists. Let's go see what tomorrow do. Not a good day yesterday. Shitty day yesterday. But we got Atlanta Hawks at the Cleveland Cavaliers. No play on the spread. We take over 236.5. Detroit Pistons to blow out the Bucks. The Bucks lost. Didn't the Bucks beat someone weird? Bucks lost to Brooklyn yesterday by 6 points. They got Detroit blowing them out. Again, another team that's in the top of the conference that doesn't really need to blow a team out by 18.5 points. Give me over 220.5. Orlando Magic minus 6.5. At home versus Minnesota. We talked about these teams. I like the over. Magic minus 6.5 is a little bit much, but I think the Magic win, and I like over 227.5. San Antonio Spurs minus 3.5. Yes. Over 233.5. Yes. And then the Denver Nuggets minus 22.5 versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Come on, brother. I'm not even going to comment on that game. Phoenix Suns minus 10.5. Dallas is out of there, depleted. But double-digit point spreads. Get out of here. Yesterday, the NBA went 3-4. Not extremely impressive, in my opinion. Let's go look at the top players across all models. I need to hit refresh here. Cameron Johnson over 12.5 points. Yes. Tim Hardaway to get 3 rebounds. Come on, bro. Dylan Harper was a name. Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper is the new backcourt who De'Aaron Fox is taking minutes away from. But Dylan Harper under 4.5 rebounds. Yes. They think the last time we had Donovan Mitchell and James Harden on the points list was a game neither one of them played. I think Donovan Mitchell sat out and James Harden just didn't play. I want to say Donovan Mitchell was listed as out. James Harden just didn't play. I do like Onyeka to go over 13.5 points. Dyson Daniels over 4.5 assists. And CJ McCollum, again, it's the end of the regular season is over. Not over, but it's here. It's at the end. Like, all of these are tricky, in my opinion, but that's where we are. As you can see, we only have like 8 top plays, and these outside of Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, like, we don't even know if they play or need to play or whatever. But you see the players who drop 30, 35, and 40. Jeremiah Fears, is it Jeremiah or Jeremy? Jeremiah Fears dropped 40 points the other night in that game. I don't think Zion Williamson played in that game. I can't remember, but I think I had him under. But it's the end of the season, bro. Like, just pay attention. Over to the MLB, we don't have a lot of plays, but the one that I want to talk about is Garrett Cole over 4.5 Ks. Atlanta versus the Angels. We need to handle this, Garrett Cole. Can you get 6 strikeouts? Probably not. You see the record at 115, 101. Still have not made any adjustments to the parameters as of yet because we're almost there. We're almost there. I think most teams have played about 10 games, but I know no pitchers have pitched that many games. You know what I mean? I think most starting pitchers have 2 or 3 starts, depending on the lineup. But small slate, small action. We're on Wednesday. There's only 6 NBA games, and I think that'll do it. I'm really Rico. You already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.